Did you know if you drop a like and subscribe in the next 5 seconds, nothing will happen but it will put a giant smile on my face? It's no secret by now, with us being over 20% complete of Chapter 2 Season 8, that the next big event, considering we're in spooky season or month now being October, that Fortnitemares 2021 is just on the horizon, and despite so many things already being teased by Epic Games or even leaked from the files in the 18.10 prior updates. What if I told you that we now know that this 2021 Fortnitemares event is going to be the biggest and best we've seen yet in terms of a Halloween festivity celebrated in-game? How we know this is based off the information that's literally just poured out now from Fortnite themselves on their official Twitter. They've released an entire article going over the Fortnite Halloween updates, Fortnitemares, and how it's going to be affecting Battle Royale creative and every sector of the game that you can play in. To learn all of that in a very short space of time, do yourself a favour, sit back, relax, grab some favourite snacks of yours, stick around, watch the full video. After all, if I haven't already convinced you, then I'm going to guilt trip you with my dog, as he's kind of sad still, considering he's, still knowing that 70% of all eyes on screen right now aren't subscribed, and despite us just passing 2.2 million subscribers, we're aiming for 2.5 by the end of the year, and believe it or not, October, there's some big things planned on the channel this month, even such as a face reveal. And despite subscribing to keep up to date with all my content benefiting you, of course, about everything new in the world of Fortnite, don't forget I do give 5 subscribers every day. So of course, if you want to receive a gift, make sure you're simply subscribing to the channel with all notifications turned on, and then comment your Epic Games ID down below and potentially what you'd like to receive. And yeah, you could literally be the next person potentially showcased on screen in front of hundreds of thousands of eyes to see. But with that said, now let's not waste a second longer going on about what we're going to be talking about and hop right into it, as Epic Games have revealed so much, so don't go anywhere.
Don't go anywhere.
I'm not, I'm sitting on my
Don't
back.
go anywhere.
Okay, so before all of this official information that I'm just about to start reading out came out, of course we have leaked, or even in the item shop currently, or has already rotated throughout it, some of the Halloween skins, as you can see, which were leaked on screen in the 18.10 update before they did release. And despite the fact that even skins like Skeletera, being the Skull Trooper themed Renegade Raider, yet to come to the item shop at the time of me recording this video, of course we're going to be seeing it soon based off what Fortnite announced on their verified Twitter. As you can see right here, your fortune foretells a thrilling Fortnitemares all month long. This year's Fortnitemares brings iconic creatures, cubic chaos, frightening creative games, short nightmares, scares, and more. Of course, in this image they've attached for Fortnitemares showing the old logo from 2019 making a return, which I think is the best looking one in all honesty. Despite there being many Easter eggs within here from clicking the article, we can dive further into all of this. One of the first or most important things in the article at the very top states the following about when this event will be going on until, but not when it starts, which we'll also be revealing very shortly. Your fortune foretells a lot in this year's Fortnitemares. In fact, things are in the cards for you all the way till November 1st, meaning this is when obviously it's going to be ending, literally the day after Halloween, being, well, Fortnitemares, the ultimate celebration, being themed around this one day in itself, October 31st. It then follows up by stating, from scrolling down, the first thing in the cards, starting now, jump into Halloween themed maps, games and experiences made by the community during the Fortnitemares callout. These will be featured in the Fortnitemares section of the playlist menu. So far it seems pretty tame, but then obviously they dive into the more interesting stuff right below this, stating the following: here's what else is in your fortune this month. Iconic fiends, creatures and costumes. Fortnitemares 2021 has many new and returning Halloween outfits in store, some of what to expect. Throughout this month, cards will reveal legendary monsters making their way to the Fortnite item shop, as well as classic Fortnite characters getting new Halloween twists. With each item shop debut, a card will flip over in this evolving page. Take a look at the card to see who's entering the item shop, and see the backs of the other cards for hints as to who's next. Obviously meaning, as you can see from the promotional image attached to this article itself, or like promoting it on Fortnite's Twitter, we can see cards in the background attached with symbols, obviously symbolizing what characters are then going to be behind the cards once they're flipped in animation form in the item shop, kind of like when Deadpool entered the item shop, being the first ever item shop rotation animation. But obviously we've seen things since then, like the LeBron James rotation too. More interestingly, below that paragraph that I've just read out, it states, want some reveals now? Iconic creatures include the Universal Pictures inspired Frankenstein's monster and the Mummy, part of the Universal's monster set. Keep it with the card flip page and our social channels to see when they storm into the item shop. The Mummy will also be lurking on the island as a character later in the month, trying to find his way home to the underworld, meaning perhaps he's going to be an NPC and maybe have a brand new mythic weapon from eliminating him that we can actually get or equip. And speaking of this Frankenstein skin, obviously revealed below in the image that I've perhaps already put on screen, here is the bigger form form of it in full form, and perhaps when you're watching this video, whether it's October 6th or onwards, it should already be in the item shop, as data miners have been able to determine. It will be rotating throughout here and obviously staying across this limited time Halloween period, firstly on October 5th's item shop rotation. Of course, despite other skins such as Boxy and even Skull Trooper receiving new selectable styles for the skins if we already own them or if we wish to buy them this year, being obviously granted that extra additional style. One of the more interesting things that caught my attention is what it states below this image of Boxy and Boxer in themselves. Also, throughout October you can visit the Battle Bus and Fortnite cosplay characters at Universal City Walk adjacent to Universal Studios Hollywood. Different characters will appear throughout the month with special appearances by new Fortnitemares characters. The day they go live in the item shop, stop by and take a picture, which obviously data miners, even before this was announced or that the Battle Bus was going to be near Universal Studios in real life, people across the internet already forwarded pictures to them, and we didn't know what this was for initially, but obviously now we know it's indefinitely for Fortnitemares, even though a lot of us will have had a hunch considering this is one of the biggest events of the year based around something that obviously happens on a set date every year, kinda like Christmas. In terms of what this means for the storyline, as obviously Kevin the Cube was linked in with Halloween or Fortnitemares for the time period of when it was in floating island form for Darkness Rises in Chapter 1 Season 6. This article then goes on to state a new side of the Cube's plan. The Cubes are mobilizing for the next step of their plan. Later in this month they'll escalate their dominance on the island, but take heart, strengthen your resolve with a new weapon from the sideways and returning Halloween tricks. A special LTM will be returning as well, which again people believe to be the Horde Rush LTM from one of the prior years on the old Fortnite island. And of course it states below that basically confirms yes, there's going to be brand new free rewards, which was a no-brainer for this limited time event as we typically see them literally every year. As for the Cube's plan though, getting off track from this article, data miners in the 18.10 update were already able to find the mesh of what this is in the files and where this plan is going to commence or take place or what it's going to be, being the brand new Cube Town from all of the cubes that are actually moving right now coming together, with the heart of this Cube Town being the Cube Queen in itself, the yellow one. Not only that, but they were able to pull it into game early of what it exactly will look like, literally as soon as it's put or updated into the game, with a brand new update obviously allowing this to be. Finally, there's going to be some change in Chapter 2 Season 8 to the centre of the map, as we haven't seen too many map changes at the start of this season despite the mothership debris being crashed around the map, and typically at the start of every season that people have been able to note across social media, we've always seen a startup map change to this centre of the island, but no, the aftermath has still just remained there when Chapter 2 Season 8 obviously started, but yes, it's getting changed now to the Cube Town. Believe it or not, this is actually tied to the reveal of the secret skin too, as this initial date when we'll be able to unlock this Cube Queen silhouette character for the first time that isn't revealed currently or a collaboration skin in the Battle Pass. This will be on October 28th, 2021, and we have some more interesting things to go over about her in just a second, but before we do, we just need to briefly mention a very cool upcoming new weapon that not many people noted of as something that was teased also in the Battle Pass trailer for Chapter 2 Season 8, being these dual crossbows called the Dual Fiend Hunters that data miners found in the files, and all the rarities of which it will come in. The only other thing teased about Fortnitemares in the Chapter 2 Season 8 trailer is not only this Siren Head looking boss, which could be in the returning or revamped Horde Rush LTM to appeal to our Fortnite Chapter 2 island, or be the first time it's ever happened or came to the game during us being on the Chapter 2 island anyways. I'm guessing if there is a boss, whether it is the secret skin in some sort of live event breaking out of the Golden Cube, if she's actually in there, this Cube Queen that got leaked in the Season 8 leak list of information, that most of which has come true now despite the Chapter 3 stuff, which obviously can't just yet. The only live event we've seen containing a character and even a hologram of a character in a bigger form being controlled by the miniature or normal version of the skin was in Chapter 1 Season 7 in the Ice Storm live event, so maybe perhaps this live event, considering it didn't make too much sense, was preparing us for now, where they were testing a character in game or how it would actually hold up. And speaking of that being the case, with this Cube Queen character yet to be revealed, of course Fortnite have laid out a roadmap for the 4 weeks of which Fortnitemares will be going on for when it is updated into the game, and as you can clearly see for week 3, despite us getting teased toward the brand new selectable star for the Skull Trooper right here having golden kind of looking bones, we have the reveal being a big part of this event or taking up an entire week's focus on week 3, and then for week 4, if you're wondering what that is, it's simply just short Nightmares based stuff, smaller things to enjoy in Party Royale with your friends. And then even more interestingly, at the very bottom of the article, they reveal that they haven't revealed everything even in this like text or even document that they've put out regarding the upcoming forecast for what to expect in Fortnite across the Fortnitemares 2021 period. And in saying that, yeah, firstly they couldn't be more right in terms of teasing a skin that should have released last year that was a Mythic boss in game with obviously a Mythic weapon at the Authority that was taken over by Midas wanting his revenge after being eaten by a shark in his shadow form. The only way we could become him last year was from wearing Mystique Mystique, and as you can see, I managed to do this and perform the emote of Mystique and then use emotes in game as if I was wearing him, but it looks like now, based off what's teased on the cards, with a Midas iconic-like handprint, you know, the ones that he delivered out in the cards to Burning Wolf and the other characters out of the first Shadows set, to actually recruit them initially as his operatives. This is on one of the cards, meaning perhaps, yes, Midas isn't fully gone in terms of his link to Fortnitemares or even involvement in the lore. So for that reason, if we do unlock him, yep, here is what it'll look like in reward screen form. Do you think we should be able to unlock him as a free skin? I highly doubt Epic Games will do that, and if they have any free skins to unlock for a limited time event, they're 100% going to be saving it for Christmas as a kind of representation of a free gift to us, I guess, off them. In terms of when this update will be going live, Fortnitemares and everything rolling out, it can actually be expected literally like as soon as tonight, or when I'm recording this video, when Frankenstein initially rotates throughout the item shop. But in terms of actual downtime updates, updating more things into the game, such as map changes, obviously things occurring or set to be upcoming that they need to implement into the game's coding that will get leaked early. Firemonkey tweeted out the following about the next two updates. Obviously 18.20 should be in 7 days, being October 12th when I'm recording this video, when that update should be going live, and then 18.21 should be in 14 days or 7 days after 18.20, which lands on October 19th. As of right now though, that's everything we've got in store information wise for Fortnitemares in 2021, so if you enjoyed this video and want to keep referring back to any of the information, slap a like on it down below and save the video to the like playlist. Also, whilst you're clicking button subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, considering 70% of you at the end of the video still haven't. And speaking of other videos, perhaps where you should go to now, make sure to click anything on screen, interact with any of the clickable buttons, but most importantly, hopefully I can catch you, yes you the individual watching right now, but in the very next video I do post on the channel.